Hello everyone, welcome to The Foreigner Farming in the Philippines. I'll show you what's new and interesting on the garden here. We've had kind of off and on steady rain for a couple days, so things are really taking off in the garden here. We're going to do a bit of spraying later on today because the bugs are just having their way with these melons here. But I wanted to show, these are all beans here, all this row, and so Consing built this scaffolding. I guess you'd call it scaffolding. What would you call it? Bean poles is what I'd call it, but set this up here so that the beans have a trellis. That's the word I'm looking for the beans to grow up on. And you know, I don't know exactly which kind of beans these are because I didn't actually plant them myself. I don't know if they're string beans, pole beans, lima beans, what kind of beans they are. But we've got a pretty good stand of them here. It's not a grand construction project. And these are coconut fronds that have been trimmed, kind of utilizing what is at hand. And these small sticks here on the other side, that one right there, all those, most all on that side are the sticks and most all on this side are the palm fronds. Just use what is available, what we have, rather than going and buying things, for two reasons. We don't have an endless budget here, and it's always good to use what you have, utilize the resources that you have available. These are volunteer tomatoes. Pretty amazing. I don't know how these seeds actually ended up here, but here they are. We've got two nice long rows of corn here. Trying to identify what that is.
That's a bean, I think.
That's some different kind of bean, love?
Yeah.
And of course these are more beans in here, yeah?
The beans that I like.
The beans that you like?
The flat one, I think.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm trying to remember the name of those.
You know the beans that I put?
Butter beans? Is that what I'm trying to think of? No. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, love. They're flat. They're mostly, there's not very much bean. It's just mostly skin.
Yeah, I like this with pancit. Remember?
And that's some volunteer corn coming back right there.
What kind of corn is this, love?
Golden sweet, I think, is what this is. It's come up and done really well. What I wanted to do, maybe you could tell Consing before I forget, is the perimeter. You see we have that long row there going this way.
Oi!
All the way back here.
What happened to our tomato?
And it looks like it fell. That wire gave up. But anyway, while I'm thinking about it, love, this long row that goes along here, and then we have another long row here, starting here. If she could plant the peppers, because the bugs don't like the peppers, you know, and the
Peppers don't like bugs.
And peppers don't like bugs. So, if we can get kind of a perimeter here of the pepper plants, try to control this bug problem a little bit. And maybe if they could finish this row, see the first row here by that coconut tree that goes to the end? And if they could finish this row, I asked them to, but I don't know how they never finished it. I asked them to bring this row all the way back here to where you're standing.
I don't understand you.
Well, it's pretty simple because I told them to take that stump out right there as well. If they could bring that row all the way back here and then plant that in peppers as well, so we could kind of get at least half a perimeter on this side, Because you see over here, love, where the peppers are? There's nothing bothering. There's no bugs over here.
Wait.
Nothing's bothering anything because the peppers are in here.
No bug.
No bugs. See?
So what happened with this one? Why this one is falling?
Because they're just not being harvested quickly enough. And maybe those were some small ones that Consing didn't think were...
I really want to have like this, love.
You want to have like that?
Easy to clean.
Well, we got you all kinds of tools that you never use.
This is the one I like.
The peppers and tomatoes down here are just doing so well, I think, because the peppers are interplanted.
Ampalaya is not.
Ampalaya's not doing that good now.
I don't know why. Look at this pepper. What happened this one? Or too much water or what?
Which one?
This one, or? What do you think?
It just should have been picked.
No, even it's not yet ready. Like
Well,
this.
See this one? This one's ready to pick. And so's this one. Because I'm just assuming they're not going to get to the big size that we're used to in the West. Everything here seems to just not get big.
Look at the...
See these little bell peppers here? They're pretty close to being ready. I think that's going to be pretty close to the size we're going to end up with. If they start to turn any color at all, like a little shade of yellow, they're ready.
Like this.
See,
Like this.
like that, yeah.
It's like...
See, this is an actual real bell pepper.
Yeah.
I know you call everything else a bell pepper.
Yeah. That is what Sisi, you know, hair plants from me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's a lot of now. Like that. Like this, like that.
Like this, like that. Actually, a worm got in this one. All this rain, the pond's come up a bit. It's come up about 6 inches. That's pretty close to the highest it's ever been. We put in the order for those tilapia, and of course, being the Philippines, we've got to keep bugging them because we haven't heard anything back from them. So Maricel just sent them a message again today. It's like the third one, saying, "Where's our tilapia?" We need to, on some of these tomato plants, love, like this one here, see that needs some of that sulfur dust. I can just tell by looking at it. There's been a worm in here, messing around with this one, and with that one a little bit there too. The bugs I'm talking about, that the peppers don't like, are just those beetles. You know, the ones that destroyed the melons?
Yes.
And the worms, I don't think, tomato worms are just, I don't know anything other than just picking them off by hand and soaping down the plants. I don't know what else works. The malathion will probably work.
Malathion. It will die. They will die. We're going to get more.
But these eggplants, see, that was the whole reason I wanted these eggplant planted so thickly, love, and rose so close.
Why?
We have water, we have fertilizer. Fertilize them heavy, water them heavy, and you get more production. You know, the old way of planting coconut trees was planting them 20 feet apart. Then they started planting them 15 apart. And now they plant them 9 feet apart on a grid. You just concentrate them more. And you feed them more, and you get more production. That was the whole idea behind all planting all these so close together. Understand now?
Yes, boss.
You act like you still don't believe me.
I believe you, of course. Yeah, that's why I said yes. Did I listen? That's why I say yes, love. How?
So with these Amplaya, did it just get wet inside the bag? That's what happened?
Yeah.
It wasn't sealed enough?
Mm.